Hey, it's Steve with Sugarland Roofing coming back at you. Today we're over in Hempstead, Texas, and I want to talk to you about insurance claims. It's possible that you've had recent storm damage on your roof, and either you've had an insurance adjuster come look at the roof, or you're thinking about calling and filing a claim with your insurance company. A couple things. We had one this past Saturday, a State Farm 1099 adjuster. He worked for an individual company, but he was wearing a State Farm shirt and he had a magnetic sign on his truck saying State Farm, but he didn't have any business cards. That's usually an indication that they're not an actual employee of State Farm, but they're subcontracted adjuster who State Farm has contracted to come to your house. Okay. Well, the homeowner, when he called in his 800 claim number, he said he was missing some shingles. And so the operator probably said, "Oh, you must have wind damage." And he probably said, "Oh yes, it was really windy and some shingles blew off my roof." Well, when the adjuster came, I talked to him. I said, "Hey, you know, this house," we pulled up the 13-year hail hit history on this house. This house has actually been hit by 16 hail storms in 13 years. That's more than one every year. And the adjuster quickly said to me, "I'm not here to look at hail damage. I'm not here to look at the hail damage. And this house doesn't have hail damage." He already had his mind made up before he even got on the roof that he was, number one, not there to look for hail, and number two, the roof was not going to have any hail damage. What I want you to understand is when you call the 800 number to report your damage, it's best to say, "I think I have damage on my roof." They might ask you, "Why do you think that?" And you can say, "Well, a couple things. Number one, we had a storm. Number two, don't say wind and don't say hail. Those two words automatically go into the report, and the adjuster, when he comes out, he's being paid to save the insurance company money. If it says he's only supposed to look at wind damage, he doesn't want to create a can of worms and go up on your roof and start looking for hail damage. Isn't that crazy? You paid for insurance for your roof. Wouldn't the adjuster look for any type of damage? Why be subjective and only look for wind damage when he's up on the roof? He's already got his climbing shoes on. He's already got his ladder set up. He's up on the roof. Is it going to actually take 5 more minutes to look for hail damage? But if he finds hail damage, that claim is going to escalate. And now, for sure, the homeowner is going to probably get a total roof replacement. If he only finds 5 shingles missing, then he's going to write the claim policy up, the claim settlement up for replacing some shingles. It was so weird because Richard was standing right next to my truck. After the State Farm adjuster finished what he was doing, getting ready to leave, he comes up to the truck and he tells Richard, the homeowner, "Hey, Richard, I just saved you $5,500 today." That's right. The adjuster, first words out of his mouth after writing up the settlement, comes and tells the homeowner, "Hey, Richard, I just saved you $5,500. Obviously, the next words out of his mouth were, "But you're going to have to pay $950 for those missing shingles to be replaced, and the drywall damage that's inside your house, and the painting, and fixing the carpet that got wet. That all comes to $950. Unfortunately, Richard," he says, "you're going to have to pay $950 out of your pocket because your deductible is $5,500 that I just saved you today." Oh my stars and stripes. Is that super crazy? If you need an honest opinion about your roof, if you want to hear the latest stories of what's happening with these crazy adjusters that are really trying to protect the insurance company's bottom line, call Sugarland Roofing, 832-944-7663.